Welcome, guys, to the reunion of Celestial West. It's been a while, but we're back with almost the full cast. We're only missing like two or three people here, so W. So, just to get things started, Jeffels, how does it feel to finally know that you won the season?
So there is there's a lot to this. I'm not gonna after we wrapped up. Yeah. Oh my gosh, where do I start? Okay, so like I thought I lost it first. Like I straight up thought that like I lost badly at first because when we did the final tribal council. I was biting my tongue. I almost started fights with like three people because because I was getting mad at the questions, which is not good. But I'm happy I'm happy I won. I mean, anyone would be. Like it wouldn't be necessarily like the end of the world, had I not. But I'm happy that like in the face of there was a lot of stuff towards the end that was trying to like drag me down. Not in like any, like targeted way or whatever, but like I was just getting opt like crazy, and so I'm happy that I was able to overcome that.
All right, perfect. And once again, congratulations for winning.
Thanks.
Next to him, the finalist, Andy. How did it feel to make it to the end? But I mean, unfortunately, you did lose. But how did it feel just to play this game overall?
Oh man, it was a great experience overall. It was one of my one of the highlights of my year. It was the first time I've ever done something like this, and now I've moved on to wanting to do one of my own, and it's I don't know, it's really opened me to a new community and a new experience, and I don't know. It was a lot of fun, and I love all the people that we played with.
All right,
Good,
Stevie.
bro.
Um, Great game, by the way. But my question to you is: this was like, I know you've done Survivors before this, but this was like, I believe this is your first Minecraft one. So,
Correct.
did you have any like preset strategy coming into this game, or you kind of just like we ball? Like, what was your mindset coming into the season?
Well, I knew coming into this game that I was going to have to play to my strengths, which is talking out of my ass, because finding any idols, any advantages, anything like that was going to absolutely be a no go. I can barely even sprint on this game, let alone dig, open up a chest before everybody else, read what it is, and then secretly, hell no, it wasn't happening. It was going to be raps for me if I tried to do anything like that. So yeah, I knew going into this game I just had to be as strategical as humanly possible and find people that knew what they were doing with this style of game and attach myself to them. And that's what I did.
All right, Allison. I'm gonna ask this for you and Pokey. How did it feel to find someone you could actually trust within the game? Because I feel like with this season, there was a bunch of blind sides and lying. So how did it feel to actually have someone you could trust throughout the entire game?
It was like a really pretty easy connection. Um, it's kind of funny. I didn't wait. I can't say this, but I didn't realize something about PokeFat, and he told me it, and it was so obvious. And I was like, oh, and then we just clicked from there. So I feel like that could have been it. And also, I feel like I'm just very bad at connecting with straight men. I'm not gonna lie. So I feel like it made it a lot easier to talk with someone like Andy or Pokey, in my opinion. So that's probably why I felt so close with him.
Cork Hager. So the story with you is I recruited him. I used to host an org back in the day, and I decided to give him a quick DM and be like, "Yo, you want to be on my season?" And he replied and said yes. So coming into this season, did you have any plans as well, like what I asked with Stevie, or were you just kind of like, "This is gonna be my final game. I'm just gonna go crazy." Like, what was your mindset?
My mindset was, this is going to be my last game, so I wanted to have fun with it. I just wanted to survive the first vote and do whatever I could to survive the first vote. Did the stupid fake idol. I was doing weird stuff, and I didn't need to actually do any of that because I was like actually creating real bonds with people. So I do kind of regret being a little crazy at the beginning. Um, Shout out to my Seringo tribe. I loved you guys. You guys made this season awesome for me. And I did, I wanted to have fun, and I came on, and I had a great time. And I owe that to you guys, the cast. I owe that to you, Happy. Thank you so much for asking me to play. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. Next, we got Panda. Panda, honestly, this is just a personal question for me. How do you think the season would have been different if the plan to successfully take out Oxy during your tribal worked? Like, how do you think your game would have went?
I think I could have made it honestly to the top four or a little farther because that round, if Oxy went my way, I mean, I might have gone next because it was such a big play, but I think I would have been able to make it a little farther just because Oxy was such a huge threat, and if I got people on my side, I could potentially work with them going farther.
J1, obviously you made it to the first merge boot. Congratulations. But do you think you could have done
Thanks.
anything at all differently to not be the merge boot? You think you could have said some things, or you feel like you were just like kind of over with, like people just already were targeting you?
There's always stuff you could do differently. Of course, I think mine's a little bit like you have to know how much danger I was in, and I kind of thought we had a trump card. But I would say I needed a better relationship with Stevie because I wanted to work with him longer term, and it's not a good idea to start a relationship by blindsiding someone. So I would have been. I think I was going to be in trouble after the merge vote, even if I made it through. But yeah, I mean, what the fuck am I supposed to do at some point? Like,
All right. All right, Venom. You had a story. Let's just be real here. You had a story. Last pre-juror, unfortunately, didn't make it to the merge. So, do you think your game would have gone so much more differently if you made to the merge? Would you have like flipped on your old tribe, or would you have stuck together with your Seringo people?
Well, first of all, I want to say I was absolutely screwed over that it was a final 2 and not a final 3. If we had merged at 10, I would have been absolutely fine. Would I have flipped? If we had merged at 10, I wouldn't have flipped. I mean, maybe the only way I would have considered it is if they were targeting Corkhager at the time. Just from like, I would have been easy just to like go over with Stevie G and Oxy. If they had kept me over Corkhager and we had merged at 9, then I definitely would not have flipped. That would have been really dumb to just flip at that point where it was a 5-4. Like, I knew I would have been number 6. So hopefully we could have talked with Stevie. We would have gotten Oxy out, and I feel like I would have been okay. You obviously never know what the future holds, but yeah, I would say most likely I wouldn't have flipped if I had made it. But I don't know. I had fun either way. Such is, I mean, hell, I should have been the first boot. So I'm happy with what I did.
All right, and we'll get back to that first tribal. Don't just.
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, we'll be back.
Big
We'll
brain,
be back.
Big brain.
JD, I have a very personal question for you. There was a moment in the very first episode where you knew somebody on the season, which is Stevie G. So my question to you is, why didn't you go and tell Stevie G that you knew him? Because maybe that could have been an alliance right then and there. So my question to you is, why didn't you tell him?
Well, honestly, to be honest, I already kind of had this one, but the reason why I didn't put this guy, the GOAT here, obviously I just want to say, Stevie, I'm a huge fan of yours for what you've done for like everything. And honestly, I just wanted to say that I just really did not want to come off as like a weird fan or like come off as a bit like obsessive. Because there's some freaks. There's some freaks out there. Freaks. They just go in, and then they just make it their whole personality. No, I just wanted to, get down into like level and just be like, hey, what's up? Like just hop in, just chill out, ride together, epic. Get to know them a bit more. Take them out for a cup of coffee or something. And then yeah. So obviously, I didn't say anything to Stevie because I just didn't want to be portrayed as such, and he might have, I don't know, I think he would have probably voted me off at that tribal, which it probably obviously did. Majority vote. Still sad about that, but we take those, and obviously I just wanted to say that if I could, I would, but I just feel like I just wanted to, just get there, have spooks, and obviously, epicness. Yeah.
Well said. Well said.
Yeah.
Thank you, JD. I
All right,
appreciate
Stevie,
you.
do you have any response to that at all?
Well, first of all, I gotta give the love right back to JD and say thank you for all the kind words, man. JD was fun, dude. He was a really great positive energy on the tribe, and the only reason why I voted him was because he never talked to me. So had JD and I just had that conversation, that first tribal could have went very differently, and who knows how the season would have played out.
All right. Moving on to Luca with the winner sign above him for some reason. Luca,
It's true.
I want to ask, how differently do you think your game would have went if Justin didn't get out first?
Honestly, it's so hard to say. I like to go out of games with no regrets. So I definitely don't regret anything. But bro, me and Justin, we were cooking that first round. I would have 100% been so much, or at least felt so much safer because after that tribal, I kind of felt unsafe. There's a lot of things that went wrong, but hey, you know what? It's how it played out. It was a very fun tribal. Definitely no regrets from that. I wish it was anyone else, bro. I wish it would have been me instead of Justin, bro. Absolutely robbed.
Speaking of robbed, let's go to Justin. So you were part of the infamous premiere of the season. Nothing really happened, nothing too big, just an idle play and some rocks. But Justin, how did it feel? Because I feel like out of everyone, I feel like at least for me as the host watching, I think you were the person I was like least expecting to get rocked out. I feel like a lot of people were also at least expecting you to get rocked out there. So how did it feel to get casted, but unfortunately get your game cut super short?
Happy. I've been waiting to talk about this for a little bit. And coming from a person who was gonna be on season 2, glad I wasn't, not gonna lie though. Getting on season 3, I was so excited because you see a lot of cool people. Like I know Core Kager, like for a while, just never played with him, and I was like, shit, this is the time we're gonna cook. And I meet people like Luca who are like, oh shit, we're gonna cook, right? And then I get on here, right? I think I'm doing fine. We lose the first challenge, big whoop, it's not gonna bring me down, right? And then we get to the rocks, right? And I'm sitting there like, all right, let me be the gentleman. I let everyone else pick, and I'm like, let me let fate decide. And fate was not on my side that day, and unfortunately, I got rocked out. But it is what it is. If I were Venom, I would have done the same thing. But yeah, I mean, what can you do, Happy?
Yep, and unfortunately it happens. Anyway, second chance. Anyway, let me get to the man behind that treble. We'll also get to Jeffels, but first off, Venom.
No.
Yes.
How did it even feel like? How did it feel to basically just hold the entire tribe to like your ambition and what you wanted to do? Because like you single-handedly just put them in a chokehold, that tribal, with your idol. So I just want to like hear your thoughts about that tribal council, how you knew you were gonna play the idol, etc. Like what were you thinking during that tribal council?
Of course. Well, for me, anytime I play a season, I really only have two goals. The first goal is win, but that's everyone's goal, so it's not that interesting. My second goal is make things interesting. Just play the season. Like if I'm not going to win, at least I want to try and make something, fun for everyone else and fun for the viewers to watch. So going into the season, like I really was like actually tired. Like that wasn't a bit. Like I really was so dead tired. But I thought to myself, maybe this will be turned into a positive where it's like I'm not so chaotic. I'm not so over the top that maybe people will actually like me more. Turns out that failed immediately. I was target number one for everybody just because I wasn't talking. But I figured since I had that idol and no one was talking to me, I was just like, well, like I could fight to stay and like pull everyone into calls, or I could just play this idol and see what happens. So I thought, yeah, I'll just play this idol. So like I just let everyone continue to target me. I didn't like make a case for myself. And then when I played that idol, like that was a lot of fun. It's just the most like entertaining thing I've ever done. I wasn't expecting rocks at all. Like that was absolutely not part of the plan. I don't even know entirely how that happened. Feels like J1 or Allison absolutely should have gone home on the revote. I'm not like sure at all how rocks happened, but when they did happen, I realized, oh yeah, I don't have to draw rocks because I played an idol. I'm gonna make everyone else draw rocks. So it's just I thought that was fun, and I mean it worked out. It shaked up the status quo. It helped me survive the second tribal over Luca. Like I probably should have gone home that tribal instead. But because I was so gung ho at targeting Corkhager, Poke and J1 wanted to keep me around because they knew I wasn't gonna go after them. And then the game continued, won 2 challenges, life was good, and I got obviously voted out. But that tribal was undeniably the most fun I'd ever had. I just wish I wasn't so tired. If I wasn't tired, I feel like I would have started off on a better foot with the tribe if I had been like my more jovial self. But that's what happens when you don't get any sleep the night before. But I'm happy what I did.
And you brought entertainment, that's for sure. So
Yes, I at least accomplished one of my goals, which I'm always happy about.
yep. And speaking of the other person that kind of made this whole thing happen, Jeffels,
Oh, get out of here.
you you threw your vote onto Allison. So did you expect at all for this to happen? Like, because like you just threw your vote because what was the reasoning for throwing your vote onto Allison? And also, did you even
Alright.
like expect any of this to happen?
I have like close to no words. Like when we went over there, the first thing I did, I think my first conversation was with like Corkhager and Justin, and they were like, "Jeff, tell us what you hear," and I was like, "Okay, I'll tell you what I hear, because why not?" And then I get into a call with, I think it was like, this sounds right. I think it was like I sat in a circle with like Pokepat, like Allison and J1, and then I decided I was just gonna start asking everyone about their occupations because I didn't really care about I didn't care about the vote at all. And people got mad at me for that, which I think was hilarious. And so by the time tribals run around, I had made it like public knowledge that I wasn't really gonna involve myself in the vote. And so I was like, all right, I want the person that I'm throwing my vote on to be like chill with it. So I start individually asking every Syringo member if I can vote for them. They all tell me no. and so I finished asking the last person. I'm like, oh shoot, that's every Syringo member. And so I pretty much just picked randomly. Like I picked without any basis whatsoever. Like loosely based on the fact that I thought that Allison would be chill with it, which based off of what happened, I'm completely understanding that it was not a minor situation anyway. I had no clue what was happening. The moment Venom played the idol, my soul just left my body and I started dying inside because I thought I screwed someone over for no reason at all. But it was fun to watch play out. It was a lot more fun to watch back. I'm mad that you didn't leave in my entire voting confessional. I was like yelling at you.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. All right. Well, my last question for that travel counts is to actually Allison, because little story here. Allison, I believe you either went to the bathroom or got us something to eat. And then you came back to having the vote tied. So what was your, what were you thinking during that tribal coming back, and now you're in the tie vote?
Okay. Well, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I was pissed off because I had like told him like, oh, don't vote me. Don't split the vote on me, please. And he was like, okay, I'm not gonna split the vote on you. And then I come back and I'm like, what? So I was pissed off. I was angry. So I started yelling at him. So I mean, he deserved it, to be fair, but
Oh no,
that was my reaction when I came back.
All right. All right, and totally deserved, to be honest, because honestly, I probably would have been confused.
I've
and
handled situations better.
All right. So my next question is
I'm
going
still
to
bitter
be
about the rock drop.
yeah. Honestly, you want to give your thoughts on the Corkhager before I move on?
Well, I think that a consensus should have been made. I was really trying for that, but
Yeah, and you pissed me off
I
so
get
much
it.
when you were like trying to get me out. You pissed me off so
Yes,
much,
please.
and you made me angry at you.
I didn't vote you on the revote though, so
Yeah, I know,
At least
but I
that.
thought you did because you were
Anyway.
like, "Oh, let's just vote Allison out," and I'm like, "What the heck?"
I just
I
wanted to
thought we
survive.
realized.
I wasn't gonna
Yeah,
get rocked
that's
out on the
crazy.
first vote. I'm surprised that no one else, except like Luca or something, like was
True.
actually pushing for consensus. But
I was trying to be a bit more like I was trying to make like I don't know some kind of consent. I was trying to be like more in the download, be like, "Yo, Venom, listen, if you don't do this, bro, you're gonna get backlash." Clearly, I was wrong. I was trying, so I was trying to be more DL about it, you know.
I know, like it was so funny how like Corkager, I don't know if Justin did this too, but Corkager and Luca were like, Venom, who are you gonna do? Like they didn't actually want to decide between J1 and Allison. They wanted it to be me. So that way they could have been like, oh, it was Venom's fault. It's all Venom. It was like, yeah, no. That's not happening, fellas.
All
I
right.
don't know, dude. I just got up and left. I actually left my chair. I felt so bad.
All right, we're gonna move on from that first tribal. So since I'm on Corkager, I'll ask my other question to you. Do you feel like the correct move was to get Panda off when you did, or do you feel like you kind of regret that move at all?
I don't regret voting Panda out. Even Panda said if his move worked out, he would have gone to the end. And so I saw Stevie G and Panda as this like up and coming force. The move, it was great. It would have been perfect. But then Oxy thought I didn't vote with him. Oh my god. So then it's like I have to talk to this guy and be like, hey man, I literally just saved your life. Why are you still upset with me? And so he thinks that Stevie G is the one who is actually on his side, which I give you credit, Stevie G. I don't know how you pulled that off. But the Panda move, I really like the Panda move. I don't regret it. But Oxy, what? Like, he thought I voted against him at the final 8, and that's why I went home at the 7. Oh, stupid. Oh, stupid.
Clark, I don't know if that's on Oxy. That might be on me. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna here. There's a screenshot, and I've sent it before, but I totally thought you were capping to me because of this.
All right. Well, Jeff shows the photo to Corkager. I'm gonna move on. Oh no, never mind. You're good.
Wait. No. So Jeff sent like a screenshot of me saying I voted Oxy by accident. So at the final 8, when I actually cast my vote, I was like, I accidentally vote Oxy when I meant to vote Panda, and I had to go back to the voting professional. But anyways.
Wait, actually, that's crazy.
Epic.
I don't know. I thought you were like straight up lying to me because you messaged me Oxy, and then within half a second, I just kept no, I voted Panda. No.
All right. This is my question. I'm going to do a personal question here to all of Syringo, honestly, that made merge. So J1, Allison, Corkager. Why target Oxy for like all of merge? Why couldn't you, or why didn't you target like Stevie or Jeffel? I mean, not Jeffel. Jeffel's kind of immune, but like Stevie or Andy, well, not Oxy. That's my personal question to the Syringo people here that made merge.
I thought he was the least likely we were to work with, at least for me.
You did vote off Panda, that's true. But I meant like after, because I felt like he was the one just being targeted. But I mean,
I was only there for the first, so I don't know about.
Let's see. I mean, going into the merge, it did seem like Oxy was in it on Australia, so we wanted to take out that so we could have more pieces to work with. Anyone else, Syringo, want to talk about that?
He was the head for sure. Like, I thought, like, why would he come work with us if he's got all these allies on his own side where Stevie has spoken about going for him, so I thought we could work with him. And I think I had a conversation with Stevie where Panda was brought up as a close ally, and then I was just waiting in merge vote, I was just chilling with Panda, and he was kind of cool. Jeffels was cool from the first time he came over. And then Andy, I didn't get to talk to, so I didn't want to vote Andy out just because I didn't get to talk to them.
All right. So my next question is to Stevie, and then I'm going to get to the duo of Jeffels and Andy. But my first question to Stevie is, you made it all the way to the end and made it to fire making. Which I was just like, okay, maybe he has a chance. But then when you uttered the famous line of "How do you make a furnace?" I was just like, oh, this guy is screwed.
Famous last words.
So, Yeah, what were you thinking during that moment of like, oh, I'm in fire making. Oh boy, what's gonna happen? Like, what were you thinking?
I was thinking, I really, really fucking hate Andy right now. That's what I was thinking. Because I knew that if it wasn't for Andy, I would not have been in that situation. And I knew right there in that moment that Jeffels had won the game. And so for me, it was very frustrating having to go head to head with a person, knowing that I was going to lose, knowing that I had to get my torch stuff, and then knowing that I was going to have to vote for them to win. I was pretty upset in that moment, but you know, I still tried my best. And I think for like maybe 2 seconds, I was slightly ahead. So I'm going to hold on to those 2 seconds for the rest of my life and just be thankful at the fact that I made it as far as I did. And there's no sense in getting upset at the circumstances now. It is what it is. I would have preferred it went differently, obviously, but
Yeah.
I mean, I got fourth. I'm pretty happy with that.
All right.
I love you, bro.
Actually, can I say something about that move?
Oh yeah, yeah, go for it.
Yeah, I actually want to give massive respect to Andy for voting for Stevie G. I thought that was brilliant. The reason why is because, I mean, obviously the jury will probably can correct me on this, but if Andy had voted out Jeffels at that tribal council, that would have been really dumb for her because she more than likely loses against Stevie G. She more than likely loses against Poke. Like at that point in time, Jeffels and Andy were each other's best final two. So the fact that they stuck together like the whole way through was the smartest thing for them to do. I want to give proper respect and kudos to both of them.
Low-key true.
Thank you.
I disagree,
Andy had
but
a
I
better
think
shot
I'm a little
against
biased.
Stevie G.
You know what? Honestly, I have a personal
Andy-
thing. Oh, you go.
Yeah,
I think Stevie G like clean sweeps everyone. I won't lie.
No, not true. Not true.
Oh wow, yeah, I'm very shocked that you're the one opposing that.
Let me explain myself. Watching this season back, your game was beautiful. I loved it. I would have voted for you. Watching it back, in the day of, my whole game was like, Ekin Stevie G, and like we didn't really get to see, like I don't know, but your and Andy's games were similar to the jury when we weren't like the god watching through the screen, I guess. Jeff was like a massive target, winning immunities, playing idols, always voting in the majority. He was a huge threat. I think Andy would have had a better shot against Stevie G. I think the jury, you guys can share your opinions as well, but that's what I gotta say.
Yeah, I was gonna lead into that. This was gonna be my question for later, but honestly, it kind of perfectly fits into this. So hypothetically speaking, Andy, you're on the jury now, and it's a, final two is Stevie and Jeffels. I want J1, Panda, Cork, Oxy's not here, and Allison and Andy. I'm gonna say one of their names, and if you believe that you would have voted them day of and not postseason, like watching the season back, but day of, if you think you would have voted them to win, I want you to like hit in the air. So I'm gonna go with Stevie first. So put your hand in the air or like punch in the air if you believe you would have voted Stevie day of. So that's J1, Panda, and Allison. So that's 3. So that would leave Andy and Cork Hager for.
Oak would also vote for Stevie. I'm confident.
Oh yeah, definitely. They did not like me.
Okay, so then that clears the air with that for me. Okay, that's all I wanted to know. So that means
No, dog, I lose to everyone. Everyone hates me.
Okay,
Well, thanks,
Jeffels
guys.
beat Stevie G in the final two. Jeffels beat Stevie G in the final two. There's no question.
No.
There's one. The only
These
thing I'll
these
say-
people are not fond of me at all.
The one variable with the argument of me and being in the final two is the fact that nobody got to hear my answers or an explanation of my game. So had I been given that opportunity, it would be a completely different game. So it's kind of hard to
That's true.
hypothesize.
That's true.
I have no
Good
doubt that
solve,
Stevie would be
good.
able to properly articulate himself.
Yeah. You would have
That's
been.
true, actually.
You would have been very eloquent, bro.
And I was like almost starting fights with the jury. So like, we got.
I still
So I
think
think
Andy
how
made the
that
right
would have
move.
gone.
we're gonna move on
Thank
from
you,
that.
Venom.
I just kind of went off topic there, but it was a good off topic. So my question earlier was going to be for the duo of Jeffels and Andy. You guys formed a duo in round 3, that far back, and usually a duo doesn't even make it to the end, but you two did it. Even though you did have some, speed bumps along the way, but you guys did make it to the end.
Dog, I was not in the driver's seat for that one.
I want both of you to answer this. Did you guys fully expect to make it to the end together at all, or like, honestly, yeah? Did you guys feel like fully expect to make it to the end together?
Yes.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about it from that point, but yeah.
No, because like if I decide that I want to bring someone to the end, I'm going to set out, to accomplish that. If I think that it's not going to happen, then that's going to affect my performance and how I go about things. And just like thinking pessimistically is, it's kind of a miserable way to live. And so, I wasn't very confident in Final Four, that's for sure. But besides that, I was pretty. I felt like we could,
Yeah.
make it to the end, especially since we didn't really. And this is unfortunate because I like the peeps on Syringa, but it unfortunately just wasn't like super smart for me to really heavily involve myself, because I made myself kind of like a bit of a presence, a bit of a threat, like without that. So if I was like flipping on my tribe on top of that, I would have like been put to the pound. I was done. But yeah, about the whole Final Four move thing, I got livid at like the live chat, like all the audience members like mauling for no reason. I agree with Venom, and I know that there might be some bias because I got saved by that, but if you think about it, I trust Stevie G to be able to articulate himself to a jury and pretty much like beat anyone, especially with that game he had. Like, haven't you, like, you said that you've done like commentary on stuff like this for like forever?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, no question. You're gonna like put like a spear through everyone here. And then on top of that, PokePat has all the Syringas voting for him. Not to mention, like, I'm pretty sure PokePat's winning that Final 3 challenge. On top of like the whole thing, people said like
Right.
that Andy was ahead. I think that PokePat would have been under a lot less pressure if he wasn't against me, just because I'd been winning a lot of the like immunities and stuff. And so on top of that, I think he actually would have done better as well. And so I fully agree with Venom, though my opinion may not be as valid due to bias. But
All right. I'm going to move on to some alliances that were in the game other than this duo here.
Yeah.
So I have one question for Allison J1, and if PokePat was here, for him as well. But did you two or slash three, I guess, expect to be in like the power seat when it came to your pre-merge tribe at all? Or did you even like think that was going to happen? Either one can answer between Allison or J1.
This is gonna seem shady, but to me, pre-merge, like post-merge, yes, he was the power. I would say pre-merge, it was me and J1 that was in the power, because we had like a bunch of connections with the entire tribe. And if I'm being honest, pre-merge, yes, I did expect to have power. And in the merge, I did not expect to have any power. And that's how I felt personally. But J1 can also say what he felt.
I feel similar, but like the way we got power is so ridiculous also, because it was all from like that rock draw really set the tone of our tribe.
Yeah.
Without that, maybe I go second or third or fourth or whatever. Like, it was just, it's impossible to predict how things went out. Like, I don't know. I mean, I got to vote the first tribal, so maybe things could have flipped in the second. Who knows? It was just weird how things started, I guess.
don't worry,
Yeah.
J1, I got you. Accidentally.
Low key would have been different. Low key would have been different if I was there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, if we let JD go instead of me.
yeah.
JD would have run Syringa.
He would have ran it.
over you.
Oh my gosh. All right. So my next question it's like a little hypothetical here, honestly, is to Panda and Stevie.
Oh boy.
How do you feel like, I mean, I know the game would have been completely differently if, Panda wasn't voted off, but do you feel like you two would have been like the Jeffels and Andy duo and made it to the end together? Or do you feel like you two would have had some plans to take each other out at the end?
Panda, you go first.
I mean, no offense to Stevie, but I would definitely not plan on going to the final two with him because I really do think he would beat me pretty handedly. But I would want to go to probably final four at least.
Likewise, I would say I agree with that. Final four would be about where I was at because I knew with Panda we were both equally worthless in the challenges, so I had a fair shot at least having a chance. But yeah, going into the final two, yeah, I don't know. It would have had to have depended on who was with us in that final four.
Definitely.
All right.
If it was a Saringo, yeah, I would have went with Panda for sure.
Wait, I have a
go.
question.
Yeah, go for it.
Because if Panda stays our tribal, I feel like I could have made it further. And I feel like maybe me, Stevie, and Panda would have been at the end. Would you have brought Panda or me then, Stevie? That's my question.
Oh, between you two, I probably would have brought Panda because we would have had similar stories and I would have been able to try my best to out argue him versus with you we had different stories and you had different bonds with people. I wasn't able to control your bonds as well as Panda and I being together. I just had more information on him, so I would have a better defense against him in the finals, I think.
All right.
Viewers, viewers, aren't you glad that I steered the season away from that direction?
No, they're not. They're pissed.
Dude, did you see them in the live chat? Dude, I've been getting
inside your house right now. Get ready.
Viewer, no viewer. Is everything. There's a duel at the end for these two.
Wait, that's violence. I'm sorry. I didn't mean it.
Okay.
What is going on?
I'm gonna ask one more question, and then we'll move on to the fan questions, which there's a lot.
Fan question.
But I'm gonna ask a couple. I'm not gonna ask all of them, of course. So my last question is to show some love to the pre-jury here.
Yay.
It's for everybody except Nadia, because Nadia is unfortunately not here. So we're gonna start with Venom and then go down the line. How do you think you would have played in the merge? Because you guys obviously didn't make it. So I'll start with Venom.
Oh, if I had made the merge, I would have done just fine, I think, because obviously I already had a connection with Stevie G and Oxy and Panda. Like, I mean, those three were like the big, move makers on Australia, so I felt like I would have been fine there. If they had kept me over Korkager, like if the final two is still the same, I would have absolutely like stuck with J1, Allison, and Poke like until we got like a solid foothold. But then I feel like I could have absolutely been the guy in the middle, like between both sides. Like I would have had connections with both, and I feel like if I had played my cards right, I could have made it far. Could I have won the game? I don't know. Like I'm mediocre at best when it comes to challenges, so I don't know if I would have won out. Like if Jeffels was still there or Foxy was still there. But yeah, like there's no way. I do not see any way I don't make like final 6, final 4, like in that range. Like I felt pretty good about myself if I had made it.
All right, JD, how would you?
Okay.
What would be your plan in merge if you made it?
Okay. So let me start at the beginning. Here's what I think would have happened if I had made the big old merg like I said that I wanted to do in the beginning of the episode where we were introduced and I wanted to make it to the merg, but I didn't. I got 7-0'd, 1-2'd. But yeah, it all started when I really wanted to go on that freaking thing where I wanted to go instead of Jeff, but Jeff went instead. If I had went there, I would have been seeing everyone here from Sharingo. I would have looked at all cases. There probably wouldn't be a rock draw in the first place because I wouldn't throw my vote like this dude here. Just okay, I'm telling you. And I'm not gonna lie. I would have probably talked with everyone else. Probably kept talk with Justin, Luca. And probably Poke and Allison here. I don't know what I would do with you two because y'all two are probably feuding. Low key, I would probably choose one of you, and one of y'all probably would have gone that tribal. So low key, that beef would have probably been squished immediately. And then it would probably be you going home because he played the idol because he was doing that that kooky stuff. And then by the time we go through the other rounds, after all that, then that would be from the tribal. And if I wasn't so anxious, and I was all on that stuff, then probably I would have probably survived if I wanted to. Yes, 1% chance, 99% faith. I had faith in myself. If I could do that, I had faith in my big self. And then if I had been there in there, if I did not go home at 12 like I usually do, I would have probably survived. And then if I survived from there, because look, honestly, Panda, when I talked to you, like literally, when everyone said that they were at that, everyone was at the totem pole, and you said I was the lowest of the lowest. Literally, I was like, bro, how do I suck more than you?
Oh my god, dude!
Literally, you could have survived.
Lay off the man. Lay off the man.
Literally, no, it's true. We
Lay
could
off.
have that merge, damn it.
All love on
Literally,
Australia.
literally.
Oh my
Literally.
god.
Happy, bring him back though.
That's my fan favorite.
That's
Yeah.
my fan favorite.
That's my
Literally,
fan
and
favorite.
I'm not done
JD,
yet.
sit
I'm
with
not
me.
done yet.
JD, we're gonna switch chairs. JD.
Okay.
That's how it should have been.
Alright.
Okay.
Alright, we're gonna
Okay.
move.
He's not done yet.
Okay,
He's not done?
Not done. Not done. Then. Let me cook.
Oh,
And then,
let's go.
okay, if we went to, and then after from that cool space shuttle challenge, if I was still there, and it was obviously it was between Panda, Oxy, and Nadia. Literally, I would have said, "Bro, let's go for Oxy. He's too sussy on right now. He's going hard. He's going too hard. He's playing the game too hard. Literally." And I would have probably kept, because obviously when I was going, I predicted that there was probably gonna be a girls' alliance, but I was gonna think, man, maybe they're not gonna stick together. So I was like, let's bring Nadia to Merg and Panda to Merg, probably align with them, do a little epic twist play, and Oxy would have gone probably that episode. And then by the time we actually make it to the Merg, I would have actually been cool with everyone here. Literally, I would have been like, okay, let's go in hard. I'm gonna align with the Jeff, the Steven, Panda, the Arshan, and literally, and honestly, I honestly can't say if you were to survive Venom, but if you were there, you would have been epic too.
I would have loved to work with you, bro.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
so
thank you, JD. Wow, thank you.
No, Danny, I'm trying
JD's
to
got my
I
vote to
would've
win
done
with this
to
plan.
the end. Literally. So if I were to get there from that first, so obviously from the first Merc boot that was J1, honestly, I do think there couldn't have been a lot more we done. I feel like the season would play out this normally, J1 and like other stuff. But I feel like that would have probably gone somewhere in the middle, because I would probably be aligned with Panda and let's see, probably Arshan and probably the Venom. So literally, I would have probably been full locked in. We said, all right, we're not gonna be at the bottom of the totem pole anymore. We're gonna be like the leftovers from Baby 24, and we're going to skyrocket to the final four us. And then from there, I would have been like, okay, let me try to find a big old idol, and I'd be like, I play for myself, and then I make it to the end, and I'd be like, guys, I did this, I did Big Brain, I started from the bottom, now I'm here, and then I said, let me have big in myself, and I would have victory mode, and then I would
Oh
I'm
my
building
god.
my head. I'm building
All
my
right,
headstone. Rest in
love you,
peace, bro.
JD, but we gotta move on.
Right.
okay. And then I would have won.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
true. It's true.
All right, Luca.
Bro, it is impossible to follow that up. What the fuck? Okay. I mean, I like to think that if I get to merge, the pre-merge would have gone pretty weird. I think they probably made the right move taking me out, because I would have totally. Who broke my sign, bro? You're an op, bro. I would have 100% tried to flip on everyone on Syringo. As much as I love Syringo, I felt very shaky there. I definitely didn't like fully trust anyone. I probably trusted Justin one of the most, and he went out round one. So it's like, what could I even do at that point? So I probably would have tried to flip a lot of stuff. I like to play it cool at pre-merge and go big at merge. So, and I really hope we got. I really wish we got to see that. But hey, you know what? It is what it is. I think it was the right move to get me out. It was definitely not playing the game very truthfully, very honestly. Who would have known what would have happened? I guess who would have known?
All right, and last but
Yeah.
not least, Justin, what do you think would have happened if you made
Man,
the
If I didn't have that idol.
merge?
yeah. Let's say Venom goes out round one, right? Dude, I really wanted to work with like Korkager, Panda, and Oxy. Like, I wanted to get like, cause I knew like Oxy was gonna get targeted, like maybe Panda too, cause like I know them, like they're good players. I was like, what would happen if we all just got together? Like, what theoretically, what would happen? That's what I wanted to try out this season, and I never got the fucking opportunity. And also, I don't know anyone on Astreus. Like, I don't know like any of y'all personality. I'm kind of sad I didn't get to meet y'all, but who knows? Maybe in the future I can.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa! All right,
Season 4.
season 4. What?
Hey, season 4.
All right, so now we're gonna get to the fan questions. Yes,
Oh, here we go.
we have a lot.
Oh,
So the
boy.
first fan question is for Stevie G and Korkager.
Oh my
both
God.
of you. Did you guys think this rivalry was gonna happen? What were you thinking with the rivalry here with the season between the both of you?
Go ahead, Cork.
What? Me first?
Yeah, of course.
Look, I don't even know how did it even start? How did it even start? I was it's because you were doing trash at the puzzle, I think. That's what got it started.
The big
you were really
puzzle
selling
that got
on
me.
that. Yeah, I'm just kidding, by the way. You were doing great on the puzzle.
Oh yeah, it clearly was.
Oh
We all
my
know.
God.
We all know I had a
Yeah.
generational performance in that challenge.
Look, with me and Stevie G, I could never have a serious conversation with you somehow. Like I tried, and I would just break out laughing every time, like you were an old friend. So
Yeah.
I really appreciated that. But yeah, it was fun. It was fun.
Unfortunately, that dynamic was absolutely useless in a game like this because we didn't talk at all about the game. And the issue with me talking with Korg was that I knew he was full of shit like most of the time. So like it didn't really matter what he said to me. I knew even if it was true at that point, everything that came out of his mouth to me was a lie. And any idea after the big move-itis, let's get Panda out. Any idea of Korg and I working together at that point was absolutely dead and gone. I was willing to risk the idea of Oxy winning out immunities and making it to the end just so I could get Korg out. I did not care. That's where I was with that. But in
You want to
another
go to the
life,
final two with me?
in another life, I think we would make an amazing duo on The Amazing Race.
Ooh.
Oh yes!
Oh,
let's do it.
some
Great.
host out there hosting the
Wow.
Amazing Grace. Guarantee this is a good duo.
I agree. That would be so much fun. But yeah,
I'll do it. I'll
you
be
said
the
it.
host of
You said
this.
it.
Oh, JD, the host. That's crazy.
That
No,
means
JD's my teammate. What do you mean?
I'll comment on this rivalry here. It had some of my favorite moments personally as an editor between the final two deal that Korkager proposed to Stevie and started laughing halfway through, and then obviously Korkager trying to marry Stevie G at a tribal council, and Stevie G just completely rejects him. And then also my other favorite moment was when Korkager was trying to pitch to Stevie to flip with them at merge. He's like, yo, fourth time's the charm, or something like that. And then Stevie's just like, no, you're an idiot. So that's all. That's all
I
I
tried. Dude, I tried so many times to work with that tribe, and they were just like, no, we would rather cannibalize ourselves than work with someone like you, is basically what it was. And then, then we all lost now. I hope you guys are happy. Jeff won because of you.
great.
He says it like it's such a terrible thing.
I would rather it be me winning, obviously.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right.
Sorry.
Dude, Jeff winning is the freaking Black Death around these parts. Holy mackerel.
All right. I'm gonna move on to the next fan question. This one's for Andy. Andy, do you feel like you could have done anything differently to, win the game at all?
Honestly, I'm not sure at this point. I don't think so. I don't really have any regrets about how it played out. I obviously could have made the different choice at Final Four, which I've certainly heard a lot of different opinions about. But I I I didn't know how it was going to play out at Final 3, and I do think my safest bet was with Jeff, and also Jeff was my friend, and he still is my friend, and I would have wanted him to win, if not me. So I think he deserved it, and I don't know. I could have done differently, but would I have won? I don't know. I don't think so. Because PokePat, I wouldn't have won against PokePat. Stevie G, he talks. He knows how to talk, I guess. And 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 Jeff is, well, I lost a bet against Jeff, obviously. Before that, I don't know. I don't think I could have really done it any differently, but I don't really have any regrets about it either way.
All right. Perfect. I have like 3 questions, or like 3 different questions, but like 5 people asked the same exact question, which
Crazy.
is so funny.
That sounds like Final Tribal.
It's which was to one was to Oxy, which was the final 6 vote of why didn't he play his
Why
thing?
didn't you play your
Why
shit?
didn't there was like at least 6 or 7 questions about that. So he's not even here to answer that. So if you want him to answer that, just DM him.
Can I answer that?
Yeah, go for it.
Because of me. Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Famous last words. If Stevie was smart, he would take me out here. 6th place, Oxy.
Wait, Stevie, want to know someone else? He was in the voting booth. He messages me, "Should I play it?" with a smiley face. And like I had just voted for him, and I felt really bad, so I responded with the phrase, "Do what you think."
See, if you would have said this type of stuff at Final Tribal, I would have been a much bigger cheerleader for you. I like that stuff, man.
Low key.
But it's not truthful.
All right.
But it would have been fire.
JD approved. We're gonna move on to the next one that was asked like a bajillion times, which was to Venom, which was like, let me just share the different combinations of this question. Venom, how did it feel to be a big boss at the first tribal? Venom, how did it feel being empowering as single-handedly forcing rocks at your tribal? Like, it was just so many questions about Venom. How did you feel about single-handedly making rocks happen, basically?
Venom, what are those big balls of yours that you have?
Straight up, no joke. That was probably like the most fun I had ever had at any tribal council I've ever attended. I mean, it was first off, just finding an idol was also fun. I wish I wasn't so damn tired. I would have been jumping up and down for joy. No, but that was like undeniably, I think that might be the coolest thing I've ever done in any Minecraft Survivor. So I've probably already peaked. It's all downhill from here. No, but like straight up that moment, I've gotten second place in Minecraft Survivors, and those don't even come close to this. The only thing that'll be an improvement on what I did at that tribal is if I one day win. But like just like as an individual move that I've done, like that is without question always going to be at the top of the coolest things I've ever done in any of these seasons. So I'm happy I did it, and I'm happy everyone watching got to see something fun.
So the last statement that was like said like 3 times was "Rip Michael the Mushroom Cow." So that's all he gets. We'll just move on.
Rest in
Rest in peace. Nah, don't you cheer. I see you cheering. Nah.
All right. I'm gonna ask a couple more questions, and then we'll ask like Oxy some questions when he's ready. So, oh my god, dude, what is this one, bro?
What?
For everyone
What
but Stevie G. Oh boy.
What? What the fuck?
What gave you the impression that he was good at challenges?
That is true. He did kind of fumble in the puzzle, which led to the big downfall. Honestly, I don't know why any of us chose him. I low key wanted to sit out, but I wanted to do challenge, but that puzzle looked hard. But I'm gonna be real with you guys. I had to take a poop.
Okay.
Literally.
We understand.
It's a revelation.
So, I know.
Revelation.
How
Yeah.
did that question
Or-
lead to this moment?
So was the question what gave us the impression that Stevie G was good at challenges?
When did
Did anyone
anybody
have that
ever
impression?
think
anyone thought he was
know.
good.
I
Never
know
had
why.
that impression.
I mean, I was
No, wait, hold on. I think
I know
this is for Allison to answer. I
Yeah.
think.
Yeah, I know. I honestly like it was a distraction to just get them to not vote me, so I just started saying bullshit stuff. I did not think he was good at challenges. I didn't think he sucked though, but I didn't think he was good at challenges. It was a lie. I just wanted to stay. But clearly it was kind of an obvious lie. Oops, whatever.
Yeah, it was rough.
But yeah, I did say that.
I get approached at the final 5 round. Like Allison walks with me. Jeff, Stevie is better at challenges than me and Poke combined.
And then I gave
And
him
I'm
a
just
montage.
like, I didn't want to like be rude, and so I just kind of like sat there and silently died.
I
was really hoping it made it in. I was talking to Stevie about it. We both just like were laughing for like a few straight minutes.
What is this? What? What is that? What is even this question?
Uncom has arrived.
Oh, okay. All right. Honestly, yeah, this is a good one, I guess. Did anyone catch on to the fact that CVG was somewhat of a known YouTuber during or after the season? What were their reactions? Did anyone else besides JD?
I think someone told me after, but I had no clue.
I knew of him, but I didn't know it during the game. I didn't realize while we were playing, even though I used to watch him.
Well, thank you, Lexi.
Wait, I knew him
That's
from
what I like to hear.
YouTube, from another channel. I knew him from another channel. I did not know his channel though.
Yeah, but he's the voice of Derek from this
Yeah,
venture.
I knew that. I saw that, and I was like, oh my
Yeah.
god, wait.
Yeah, he was in season 1 and All Stars, currently streaming now. Watch that.
Huh?
Oh yeah.
Wait,
Good job, JD.
wait, you're a voice actor of who?
Derek, it's a show. We don't have to talk about it right
Yeah,
now.
we don't.
Wait, I want to watch. I want to watch.
I'll
It's such
send
a
it,
YouTube little drama.
I'll send it to you later.
Yeah. Okay.
Send that to me. Send that
Well,
to me.
we're gonna
I
move
said
on.
it, I said it.
Honestly, yeah, sure. I'll ask this one. This one's to Jeffels, Andy,
Oh,
or
gosh.
Oxy. Any of three of you can answer this one. Why Cord Kager over Allison at Final 7?
So I did get a message saying I voted for Oxy from Corkaker. That's if he had not sent me that. I don't think I'd vote off Alice. I mean, I might. I might shoot for Poke there though, but I don't know how many people would be behind me.
I could tell why, because after immediately leaving, fucking Cork decides. I think he told Stevie G that he wanted to vote me out, and Stevie G, for some reason, after targeting me the entire rest of the game, walks up to me, Jeffels, and Andy, and goes, "Yo, Cork is targeting you again, Oxy." And I go, "Okay,
sir.
let's vote him out."
Yes,
And
sir.
that's how it went.
The
Like, I don't
beef
think
was
it's anything
bigger.
else.
The beef was bigger than anything else.
Legendary.
Like
That was endgame.
But I do regret. I don't know. You guys, like Jeff and Oxy, like I saved your side at the final 8, and
Yeah, but
you thought I voted against you.
Okay, yeah, I thought
And
that.
That was sad. It was sad for me.
I understand.
It
that.
could. We definitely could have communicated clearer.
Also,
That was
nobody
so
fucking
sad.
told me that Stevie G was going after me ever.
That was like unspoken law.
I told you.
That was like
You did not
even
tell me.
I knew that
No,
from like the.
It was never a for
Rewatch.
sure Stevie G is going after you. It was just like it's
I
like
said
Stevie G
that.
might flip at some point. I'm like,
Told you at the final 8, and you were like, "Oh, don't we have Stevie G's vote?" It's like, no, he's the one who wants you out the most.
I don't remember that.
Stevie, I don't know if you
Why
remember
was
this
it-
one, but Stevie walked up to me at the panda and was like, "Hey Jeff, do you want to go after a member of our alliance?" And I go, "Who do you think?" It was a vibe. It was fun.
All
Yeah.
right. We'll move
Keep
on.
on hitting us.
I guess I'll ask Oxy. Oxy, what the heck?
Whoa.
Oxy, his question.
Whoa.
Hold on. Let me cook. I'm gonna ask Oxy his question because at least like 4 different people asked the same exact one. Why didn't you play the shot in the dark at Final 6?
True.
No, it's a good question. I think I was just in the voting booth, And I was thinking, I was doing the numbers in my head, and I was like, if this works, it works. If I play the shot in the dark, then there's no chance it does work, and there's not a guarantee that shot in dark does work. So I was like, I was doing the math. I was like, if Stevie G flips on me, it's really smart for him. But I didn't think Stevie G was that smart. So, at that point, nobody, Cork, you might have told me, don't remember it, but I didn't think Stevie G was flipping. I thought Stevie G would have flipped the next round because it bought him like maybe an extra round in the game. But that's why I didn't play it. I should have played it.
The hustler got hustlered.
Wait, Oxy, I can defend you.
I was playing with fire. I was playing with fire.
He was. And then he got caught in the fire.
I think I was also like really cocky because I had survived so many votes by like 1 vote, so I thought it was just gonna happen again.
That is true, Oxy. And then also, I don't like that you put the idea that I had to go first, bruh.
You're welcome.
Literally. Why did you put the idea that I was lower than freaking Panda, dude?
Whoa.
The attack on us. That's crazy.
JD is out for blood today.
Dude, that's my duo, JD.
Bro held a grudge.
Listen.
What?
After watching you in the challenges, I don't know, man. I don't know. After hearing that you left the challenge to go take a shit and then came back, I don't know, man. I think it was the right decision at the time.
All I'm saying is, if
there.
you're the worst than me, I don't know.
The prelims.
Did I get the fastest time, like? Isn't that a thing?
I don't even know if you might have or not.
Nah, Luca?
No, I think it might have been Luca. I don't really remember.
Oh, I think I fucked around, actually.
I know JD got like 40-something minutes, but we'll move on from that one.
A minute here. Yeah, I suck. I sucked at the challenge.
Happy to answer your question.
I for life.
I don't know.
You don't know? You don't know why? All right, perfect. Good answer. I asked like 2 or 3 more questions, and then we'll move on. So my next question is to Jeffels. It's actually from the Shillin' Cool.
Oh gosh!
Whoa!
So
Shield me.
His reunion question to you, Jeffels, is: how would the game have changed if Nadia stayed instead of Panda? Which this can also
Why is
go
he
to
asking
Oxy
me
as well.
this?
I don't know. This could go to
went
Oxy as
home.
well.
All right.
There's no chance I survive merge.
So,
0 shot.
we definitely lose Oxy a lot quicker than we did. I would like to say that me and Nadia were in good graces. I don't know if like me and Nadia were as close as like, I don't know, let's say like me and Andy or me and Oxy or even like me and Stevie. But I think it definitely would have opened up, the game a lot more. And that's probably to my detriment because everyone wanted to kind of shoot me dead. So, it is what it is.
Incorrect. Stevie G just flips because he has no one left. Odds are, if we vote out Panda there, Stevie G does not stay with us during merge. Stevie G, you can confirm.
I said that you would go a lot sooner than you did.
Yeah, so I think we would have just... Honestly, it was the move. Kind of stupid at the time. Like, if you like think back at it, like Nadia had her back, but honestly, it worked out just because of what the advantage Panda had. And then
not to mention, our plan that round was actually kind of cool. To be fair, I only really went along with the plan because you were skitsed out that Panda had an idol, and I was just sitting there biting my tongue.
I got so lucky I started out of that challenge.
I was skitsing because I thought that Venom was gonna vote me out. I'm not gonna lie. I thought Venom wasn't giving me shit that round. He was like, "I'll vote with you." I said, "Okay," and then he left the call. I was like, "Okay." So
I could have treated Venom better that round. I could have treated a lot of people better throughout like the whole game. Like Venom at that round comes to mind. Like Panda and Allison come to mind. Oxy at the final 6 comes. I lied to your face for no reason. I still feel bad about that, but
why you just told me? You just told me. Could have survived. Could have won out. Anyways, no, but fucking also the whole other tribe thinking I had their idol because Venom didn't break their idol clue that I found. Did I ever make the edit happy?
It did, yeah.
It did? I don't remember. But that shit was funny. I didn't have shit.
All right. We're going to move on. My next question is honestly to all of Astraeus that made merge. Why J1 as the first vote off?
Oh, that's my doing.
Oh,
I
yeah,
don't
that's
know
pretty easy.
Pokeypat or
That's
Core
no
Kager.
answers. Why you send him home again? First jury.
I don't know about Pokeypat or Core Kager because I thought that they were gonna get in a fight and then they didn't. It ended up just being me and Pokeypat fighting the whole time, which was really funny. You cut out all the times I called Pokeypat a slut, which is awesome.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
To their face, it was funny. We had several arguments. But I think J1 was just like the least expected if they had an idol. I don't think anybody thought J1 was going home.
Yeah,
Either
that's
J1
pretty
or
much it.
Allison. But
Actually, we did expect J1. We thought it was Poke, and if not Poke, we thought it was J1. That's how it went.
Okay.
But still, like you thought it was going to be Poke first. So
Yes.
if
Yes, we
anything,
did.
if anything was going to be played, it was going to be played on Poke. And honestly, it was Poke up until I think Tribal. I think the original plan was Poke originally, and then I DM'd everyone. I think everyone got a little bit mad, but I DM'd everyone to change their vote because I didn't want Poke on. Because I thought I could work with Poke, but apparently I can't work with anyone besides Andy this season because everyone at Merge voted me besides Andy.
Sorry, dog.
You're welcome.
W
When it comes
Andy.
to the
Allison voted me 5 times, which is crazy.
If they had told me you were the vote, I would have voted you.
Hey now.
Damn.
When it comes to that merge round though, I didn't really have a lot of. I didn't really care to really decide who the name was, because my whole thing for that round was trying to put together the means to even accomplish like what we were trying to do, while also not outing. Like let's say I threw the name, or even if I didn't give the idol and if I just like stood up, I'm definitely getting targeted a lot sooner, probably the round after, if I did something crazy like that. So I felt like deciding the name just wasn't within my bounds to do because I was already putting together the means to accomplish the play. But
Devils, I don't know. There's a pretty big hate boner for me the round after. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if you would have gotten targeted.
I mean, yeah, but I do think that hate was a little don't take this offensively, but I do think that the other side probably could have tried to at least work with you instead of just shoving you under the bus every so often.
It landed me.
I was worried about that. That's like part of the reason I
recruited you. Like I couldn't do anything because like if I say I try to come up with a plan with the other side, and then I hear that they're voting me, so I'm like, all right, well screw that, and then flip back because I'm almost like there's nothing I can do. Like I have to play Super 1-0.
All right.
It was unfortunate.
We're gonna move on. I'm gonna speed run through a lot of these questions that are either for me or just meme ones, and then we'll move on to the final fan question. And then we'll get to the last portion, which is you already know. So some meme ones. Why is Oxy the best player of the season? This is just to make Hero mad. I'm just gonna move on from that one.
That's great.
What's up, Mystic? How's it going?
I love Hero.
16 votes.
What takes to vote out Oxy as a big move? We'll move on from that one. CVG, will you marry me? I already know who that's from. J1, why are you so sexy? Jeffels, why do you suck? We'll move on.
Come on!
What inspired the
I
theme?
can't have anything here.
What inspired the theme / the setting of the theme Celestial West? It was going to be season 2's theme. We wanted to do a space theme, but we decided not to do that, so we did it for season 3 instead. And thank God we did that because season 2 is some. So next one, let me see. What inspired the Invader twist? We saw it in an org and we decided to build upon it, so that's what happened. And Jeff was his vote, and the first tribal happened. So yes, GG. Has Core Kicker tried hydrating a pizza since this season was recorded? What?
What?
Yes, actually.
What were you doing, bro? What were you doing?
Yes.
You said yes.
Happy.
You said yes.
Good. It's
Happy.
good.
Yeah.
Cool it down.
Happy. Who's the off?
Cool it down a little bit.
Who's the
Who wrote
op?
Jeff? Why do you suck? Who's the off?
Oh, we'll discuss later.
Is it one of my boys?
No, it was not. I don't think. Anyway,
What?
next
Aw,
one.
that makes me sad.
Honestly, Jeff was quick one answer. As a man that loves his challenges quite a bit, which one was your favorite?
I will give it to the. I'm gonna give it to the. Ooh, that's tough. Last one probably.
Okay, cool.
The
Fine,
last
all right.
What was
Perfect.
the last one?
It was final 3. It was a whole like ring like
That's a
challenges.
good point, Abby. I did not know it was the final 3 challenge. That's crazy.
Another one to Corkager. Another one to Corkager. You like Crocs? Also, could a banana be considered a mutated McSandwich?
What? Banana,
Whoa.
it's a banana. What are you on?
Who did we poll for these questions?
Yeah.
Can we get it at a clan rally?
Why
or
I have a
what?
feeling this is one of my friends.
Who was the person who kept calling me Croc Kager?
I don't know, but that was funny.
Was that Hero?
It might have been
Who
Hero.
was it? Was Hero? That was funny.
Dude, and then I made a meme and then Andy stole it.
All right. Anything else?
Well, I improved on it.
That's called thievery.
Did
Okay,
you
we'll
just
do-
copy and paste this onto like a flat world?
Maybe. So my last meme question before I get to the final like actual fan question is this one's actually from a production member. Who was the better showmance? Stevie G or Corkager, Oxy or Pokepet, and I'll add one in there, Corkager or Venom. Who's the better showmance?
Better
Well, if
showman.
you had showed more of me and Pokepad, that would have been awesome.
I vote for
I don't
Cork and
know.
Stevie G.
I vote for Cork
Yeah.
and Stevie G.
Yeah.
Me too, me
They all
too.
seem sus. They all seem sus. Why don't y'all just get all together?
Okay.
Damn.
All right.
JD, why don't you just sit down? buddy?
Yeah. All right.
No.
My last
That
question.
life. I am just
JD,
not
go take
about
a
that
poop.
life.
My last question from the fans is to Stevie G, but I'm also gonna ask it to like Panda and J1 and Andy.
Oh, God. Okay.
Basically, how was your first experience playing in a recorded Minecraft Survivor? Yeah, that's basically it. How was your experience, and did you like it or not? Anyone?
Do you
can
want me to start?
Yeah, go for it.
I could just go first. It was really fun. It was pretty. I mean, if you've played in any sort of Survivor game, the format and everything, the basis is the same. So with that, it was familiar territory, but very unfamiliar territory when asked to do absolutely anything in Minecraft at all, because I don't have a damn clue what I'm doing on anything except for the Xbox 360, and that's clearly not what we're on right now. So challenge-wise, I absolutely have zero hope. If I ever play again, expect the exact same result from yours truly. But maybe I'll have to learn challenges. But outside of that, it was a great time. This is one of my favorite games I've ever played, easily.
All right. Andy,
I
we'll
can
move
train
to
you, Stevie. We can have a training arc.
Oh,
Huh?
What? That's why I didn't know.
What?
That's crazy.
All right,
I'm just a
Andy.
big fan.
How was your first experience, and did you like it?
It was good. I liked it a lot. It was, I don't know, I feel like this is the best possible way to be introduced to something like this, because the whole cast was amazing. The host and production team were amazing. The environment was amazing. The challenges were amazing. It was just, and it played out really well, and it was all around like a really good season. And I'm happy that my first experience was one like this, because I hear of a lot of bad first experiences. So I'm glad I got to not be discouraged by my first ever time playing. It was just all around. I had a lot of fun, and that was what I came out to do.
All right. Panda, I know you played in a bunch of unrecordeds, but how was your first
Yes.
time as a recorded, or how was your first experiences with a Minecraft Survivor recorded?
I mean, I really enjoyed it personally. Like you said, I've done probably a million unrecordeds, but this is my first recorded to air at least. Another one I did, I was like second boot, so it didn't really matter. But I had a lot of fun. I really enjoyed how much time we had with our tribes, because I really felt like I got to know everyone on Astraeus and most of the merge tribe. And overall, I just think it was a really cool experience. The team was great, the challenges were great, and the cast was great, you know?
All right, and JD, keep it short,
Yeah.
but how was your first experience? Yes.
All right, donkey.
Stands again. All right.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, Lord.
Yes. Okay, my first, obviously, look, it's not gonna be long, I promise. But my first recorded, look, obviously, as a simple man who has seen a lot of things in his lifetime since, because look, I started watching a lot of good reality shows when I was like 10. My first ever was Survivor Kagayan, and it was really good. And I just felt like if there was a good elevation from there, like okay, what if there's like something you can get close to it? And I feel like with a recorded like this, it does elevate it, because I started off with just Roblox games, which was just just automated levels, and then I just kept going. And then by the time I was like 13, I discovered the Discord, and obviously I played in the ORGs, then I played in Roblox long terms, which was basically something else but different. Who's setting me on fire? I'm telling something right now, please. I'm telling you it's gonna be quick. But then after that, I said, man, I really want to do it real good, real good. And so obviously I said, whoa, look at these people doing like these recordeds, and you should really join them. Join this man, join anyone. Just don't be a poopy head, okay? But I did. I went in, first time I was like, this is literally everything I wanted to ask for. And I went in. Honestly, I didn't even think I was even gonna be in here like second try because originally I was gonna do one which was Channel Muds. Honestly, thank glad I missed that and got this good cast right here, my boys, everyone here, and I love them. And obviously, there were some ups and downs. Obviously, I went home 12th, but I did say it was good. I enjoyed my experience, and this is probably the closest I can get to real life, and I'm proud of that. I'm proud of what everyone here does, and I just want to say, bottom of my heart, I love you. Yeah, it's okay.
So that ends the fan
down,
questions. And before we get to the fan favorites, the fan favorite hero of the season, villain of the season, I always do this at every reunion, which is I go down one by one, and then you get to say what was your favorite moment that either made the edit or didn't make the edit. So we're gonna start with Jeffels and then move all the way down to Justin. So Jeffels, what was your favorite moment in the season that either made the edit or did not make the edit?
My favorite moment that did not make the edit was all of Astreas can vouch. It was me and I think Nadia were yelling at each other for like 20 minutes over our composter.
Oh yeah.
Oxy wasn't there for it, but it was really funny. That may or may not have had some correlation with why she went. I'm kidding.
What?
By correlation with why she went home. No, I'm playing. But my favorite moment overall, I'll make this quick. It's just like a bit of a running theme. It's a little bit like sad to me, but I think it is a little bit poetic. I get lied about like 20 billion times. It's like it's so bad. And I'm just like I get dunked on so much in this, like by like the people and like by like the audience a little bit as well, which is unfortunate. And that just kind of like it's a bit of a bittersweet thing because on one end, I would want for people to like me, but on the other end, I'm sitting in this bottom left corner. I got to overcome all that, and so it was nice. But yeah, next person.
All right, Andy, what was your favorite moment that either made the edit or didn't make the edit?
Well, for one thing, I do agree with Jeff. Like all the Astreas banter behind the scenes, it felt like for a while we weren't even playing a game, and we were just like hanging out as friends. It was really nice. But another moment that didn't make the edit, I don't think, it was in the first merge round. It was the first time Cork and I like ever one-on-one interacted, and I remember him coming up to me and being like, Andy, I want to work with you. Andy, do you want to work with me? Andy, I think we do great together. Andy, let's work together. And it was like, and I had finally gotten to meet the man I had heard so much about from the people that had gone over to Seringo. And it was really nice. I don't know. I really liked that moment because it felt like he was like a salesman trying to pitch to me and pressure me into saying yes. And it was, I don't know. That was one of my favorite moments, and I'm sad it didn't make the edit.
Okay.
I remember that conversation, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We're gonna move on from Pokey since he's not here. Stevie, what was your favorite moment that either made the edit or didn't make the edit?
Favorite moment is tough. I think the obvious answer would be either the Oxy blindside or voting out Korg. But if I gotta go for a different answer, a more interesting answer, I should say, it would probably be, and I don't remember exactly when this was in the game. It was very early on when we were still on our tribes, like first or second vote. And I decided for some reason I just got bored because they were, I don't know, building something or building tombs for everybody that got eliminated. I don't remember exactly what they were doing, but so I went off in La La Land and I spent like 5 minutes looking for an idol, realized that I was wasting my time, and decided to instead create the world's shittiest fake idol imaginable. And I tried to create a whole fake sign underground and everything else, and had like skulls and all sorts of shit I'd stolen from challenges, and put it all down there. And while I was in the middle of setting this up, I looked over and noticed Oxy standing right above the sand, looking right at me doing it. And I don't know if he didn't see what I was doing or just didn't care, but we never spoke about it. It was never brought up again, and it never made it on air. It was never applicable. So I think that was probably one of my favorite unspoken moments. I was just caught red-handed, and it was a wrap.
Yeah. I had no idea what the fuck you were doing. I don't remember it, so I probably did not register it.
All right, Allison, what was your favorite moment that either made the edit or didn't make the edit?
Okay. My favorite moment that didn't make the edit would probably be that I would basically burn everybody on my tribe, and I burned the entire camp down, and that was pretty fun. And also, wait, I need to think about it. Did it make the edit when we were looking around in the graves for an idol? Did that make the edit? If not, I wish it did.
I'm pretty sure it did.
That was all right. Yeah, that was kind of funny to me.
All right, Oxy, what was your favorite moment that either made the edit or didn't make the edit?
It has to be. I don't know if it made the edit. Did it make the edit when I showed Jeffels the place he found the idol at?
No, I don't think so.
I was like,
oh, what is
this?
Shippy?
I literally took Jeffels to where he found the idol. Cool. There's just a button that teleports you up into like the air to like a ship. I broke the entire ship. Like it's gone. It does not exist anymore. It was probably like over like 100 blocks that he broke. I destroyed the ship. If not that, it's never gonna make the edit, but Hero's reactions whenever I survived were always really funny. I think we should have a press conference after the season. I think we need to get me and Hero in a call and have like a little argument on camera for the reunion.
All right, moving on. Core Kicker, what was your favorite moment that either made the edit or didn't make the edit?
I think a lot of my favorite moments happened in like episode 5, the last pre-merge vote. Because that was when Stevie G came over and we were just messing with each other, and that was so much fun. And I did my real favorite moment was probably when the last vote was revealed and it was going to be me or Venom going home. And then I survive and end on that rivalry. That was a good moment for me. I really liked episode 5. That was my favorite.
All right. Next, Panda, what was your favorite moment that didn't make the edit or did make the edit?
First time that made the edit, it would probably be surviving the Nadia vote, because I really thought I was going to go home there, and that was a shock. But for not, it's not like a specific moment, but just the first 2 episodes when Estrella won immunity, and we just had like, especially the first one where we had like an hour to do nothing because of all the chaos. It was nice just to hang out and talk to people and like bond.
True. J1, what was your favorite moment that either made the edit or didn't make the edit?
Deal or no deal for sure. And then also when I found out about the beans in that image, that was when I was voted out talking to like a production member. But I had a lot of fun when I was out of the game, actually. I remember when I got voted out, I listened to Runaway in a call by myself in the background for like 10 minutes, going insane.
All right.
That's the way to live.
All right, Venom, what was your favorite moment that either made the edit or, oh man, this is probably a no-brainer, but what was your favorite moment that either made the edit?
No. I'm not going to pick the obvious answers.
Okay.
I'm not going to pick the obvious answers. My favorite moment that made the edit was when I was talking to Andy when I went over to their tribe, and she was like, or I said to her, like, yeah, they're all going to be voting for Nadia, and she was like, oh, well, I hope you don't do that. And then I'm also not going to tell you who I'm voting. and then she left the call, and I thought that was the most badass thing ever. My respect for Andy went up like 10,000 notches. It was so cool. And then my favorite moment that didn't make the edit was when it was right before we went to Tribal where I went out. I was talking to Allison in a call, and she told me that J1 and Poke, they're going to be voting you out. Like, it's no question. And I remember like there was like a good 5-second pause, and I just went, "What?" Like my mind was blown in that moment. That it's like, oh, they're actually going to vote me out. Like, it's not thinking about it; it's actually going to happen. So I just wish like that whole conversation between me and Allison showed up, because I feel like it didn't show well on the season, but Allison was the person I trusted the most.
Same. I really trusted Venom besides Poke, so I was really sad about that.
All right. Oh gosh, JD, make it short, JD. But what was your favorite moment? They either made the edit or didn't make the edit.
Okay. Hold on.
Oh my god.
We don't have to stand every time.
Poster moment. Okay, so again, short, sweet. It's been a long time. But I just want to say my favorite moment is when I got blown off, and it was the group hug. I really enjoyed that, and when I got to hug you, Mr. Happy, I like that. It was very nice, and I enjoyed it. Thank you guys, all of the Strayers who did it in that first tribal. I'm proud. And then the one that was thank you for that. One that was didn't. I'm not gonna lie. I just want to say it's something really weird, but it's when I meet Big JD guy, man, stayed for the whole duration after I was voted out. I stayed for the entire thing just to see the entire season play out, and it was very cool. And I was battling my stomach during that, but elected.
Respect.
Next,
Yeah.
Luca, what was your favorite moment that either made the edit or didn't make the edit?
I will say, like, shout out to Happy, because even as a second boot, I got so much like screen time of myself just saying goofy shit, and it was so funny to watch it back. Like the idol moment where I was talking about the idol, and Venom had already found it. Such a good setup to the whole first tribal. But I'll say one outside. The pre-jury call. I know no one got to see it, but it was just me, Nadia, and JD. We were chilling. I hadn't even met them yet. I didn't even know them. And me and Nadia spent like fucking like an hour and a half playing Among Us after.
Oh yeah.
After we'd both been kicked out, and that was so funny just because like we were just so out of the game. We're like, let's just fucking run Among Us. It was so stupid.
I do actually remember that. All right.
Yeah.
Last but not least, Justin, what was your favorite moment that either made the edit or didn't make the edit?
My favorite moment was when I got dicked out of the game.
Oh no.
But realistically, I mean, I don't have a lot of moments, but it was just fun to watch everything back. It was kind of surprising for me, like when I watched the second episode, right? And obviously, like Corker's like, that was my boy, and Luke was like, damn, Justin's gone. But then everyone else was just like, I did not give a fuck that Justin just went out. That was funny as fuck. It was crazy tribal. But yeah, I liked when we killed that cow fucking horse. That was funny as fuck. But yeah, I mean, overall, great season. Even though I was there for like 1%, but thank you for inviting me, Happy, over the French guy.
Yep, true. There was being a French guy on the season. Okay, and with that wraps up the questions for the reunion. Now we're gonna go on to the voting. So when I call your name, just go sit down where you see those 5 seats next to you guys, to your right. So we're gonna start with hero of the season. And in no specific order, I'm going to be naming the top 5. So Pokey Pat. Whoever's body acted for Pokey Pat, go over there. Yep. Next up, JD.
What? Yay! Let's go.
Hell yeah.
My hero.
Big man.
Jeffels.
Oh, what? Okay.
Oh, Mr. Jefferson.
Andy.
Oh, what?
Oh, man. Mrs.
And last but not least,
Andrea.
Stevie G.
Pause.
which
Are we sure? Are we
I
sure?
honestly
Feels
I
wrong.
don't even know why.
Sure.
But, bro,
If I'm in here,
I don't think he was
bro
a
made the
hero.
cut. He made the cut.
You're the villain.
I squeaked through on that one.
All right, so I'm gonna go down the list from 5th to 1st, and if I call your name, just go sit back down in your original seat back there. So, in 5th place, when it came to the hero voting, we had JD with 9.8% of the votes. So, JD, you can go sit back down.
Okay, yeah, it was good. I like this. Yeah, I
And,
want an award. For it.
and tied with JD actually. So technically, you guys got 4th, both JD and this person.
fourth.
So tied with JD with 9.8% of the votes is Andy. So somehow
Yeah.
CVG made
Yeah, that's
top
what,
3.
that's what I thought.
What is happening right now?
The
No,
next,
I got hated on way too much. Ain't no way I get
third,
this.
fitting to his placement, PokePat with 13.7%
Oh my
of the votes.
Wow.
Wait. Dude, we're sitting next to each other for this one, dog. What's good?
I don't know what's going on here.
And with that, this was
Stevie,
really
I hope you
funny
get it.
because this was a 1 vote difference.
Let's go, Stevie. Let's go, Stevie. Let's go, Stevie. Let's
So,
go, Stevie.
the winner of Hero of the Season is Jeffels. Congratulations.
Yay!
Congrats to you both.
No.
Yeah, congrats, man. I don't know how I even made all of that. Are you sure?
No.
So it was really a 1 vote difference. All right.
Oh, I voted
vote.
JD for like every single one, and Happy deleted my response.
Yeah, no, same. I did the same thing.
All right. Next up, for villain of the season, no particular order. Same thing. I'm gonna name 5 people. You just sit down wherever. So in no particular order, we have Stevie G. That one makes a little bit more sense.
This is just wild.
Jeffels.
How are we the top 2?
Let's go.
Oxy.
Wait, why am I evil?
Oxy. Oh, well.
Corkager.
Oh.
Yeah.
Last but not least,
This is making
Venom.
a lot more sense.
Hey.
Why is Venom a villain?
Honestly, Venom should be a hero. I don't know how he didn't get any votes.
Yeah, what happened? What's happening?
All right.
I don't know if we belong here.
So
Oh, shit.
once again, we have a tied 4th place here. Both got 3.9% of the votes, which the obvious one, Jeffels, you can head on out. And then next is Venom with also 3.9% of the votes. So
God.
this is the case here with the 3 of you. There's a 1 vote difference between 2nd and 3rd, and then the other one had like 10 more votes than the 2nd place.
Gee, I wonder who that's gonna be.
So in 3rd, we had Oxy with 19.6% of the votes.
Shit.
W.
So it's now between Stevie and Corkager. One of you had 11, one of you had 21. So the winner of Villain of the Season is Corkager. Congratulations.
No way.
I voted for
crazy.
you. I voted for you.
Congrats, Cork.
Thanks.
Ain't no
Oh my
way.
god.
All right.
That's awesome.
And last but not least, fan favorite. So once again, no
What?
particular order. Venom.
Oh, wow. Cool. Thank you, everyone.
As it should be.
Yeah.
Stevie G.
All right.
Yeah.
Oxy.
Yeah.
Jeffels. And last but not least, Corkager. All right.
Wait, what's this one for?
This is fan favorite.
Fan favorite.
Fan favorite.
All right.
I'm
Kaleidoscope did not
representing
do
all the
well.
pre-jurors. I'm representing all the
rigged.
pre-jurors.
All right. So in 5th place with 19 points is Venom. The hope of the pre-jurors got out.
Oh, well.
In 4th place
Next guys.
with 21 points is Oxy.
Guys, what?
In 3rd place with 27
me,
points
Whoa.
is Jeffels.
Yeah.
So once
Feel like
again,
Oh my god,
it's
not
back to
again,
these
dude.
two.
Rematch.
Not again. They rematched.
All
You
right.
got this.
2020.
So
You better win, Stevie.
this is
Good luck.
something. So one of you had 45 points, and the other had 52 points. So this is a big
Whoa.
difference
Whoa.
compared to the others. So the winner of the fan favorite of the season of Celestial West
Uh-huh.
is Cork Hager once again. Bro got villain and
That's
fan favorite.
As he should.
Nice.
CBG got second in
Nice.
all three categories. That's crazy.
So story of my life. Close,
Deserved
but
that.
so far away.
You
All right.
deserved that, Stevie G. You were so damn funny. Oh my god.
Thank you, man. Likewise, dude. Likewise.
All right. And with that, that wraps up the entire season. Once again, I want to thank the entire cast, even Nadia and Pokey who weren't here, for just playing in the season. I had a ton of fun filming this season, probably the most I had in any of the seasons, unless you count America, but we don't talk about that one. But this was definitely by far one of my favorites to do, just hosting, editing, post-production, and the cast was obviously a blast to have. So I just want to thank you guys for playing in the season. I want to thank everyone for watching this season. And with that, that wraps up Minecraft Survivor Celestial West. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.
Yay.
Later.
We should do Victory Bell one more time.
Victory
one more.
Bell.
Oh, let's
Strayans,
go.
let's do Victory Bell one more time.
Yeah, look at Luca in there, bro.
Nah, get out of here.
Yeah.
Nah, get. Not yours.
Guys, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm a part of the Strayans.